Okay, so let me try to be clear about the meaning of deep work because in this space where people just look to figure it out a way to earn more money, a lot of people speak about deep work. So you should do deep work. But what is deep work? Deep work is not really what most people may think of you getting into a mode in which you're just trying to do as much tasks as possible for you to just make money coming into your way with your work. Deep work is actually something that relates to all the processes that you make inside your work structure, and essentially you analyze what you're doing and you want to refine the processes in order to optimize them to provide a bigger outcome for you. So what this means is, let's say you earn an X amount of money per hour, and this is attached to the way you are working. Okay? So, for example, in my case, I have a work structure that provides me cash flow with an amount of hours that I'm working, doing tasks. But realistically, there's certain conditions, like certain hours, in which I can make more money, and in other hours I'll do less. So one system that I started to develop was to work on the hours that provide me more cash, and on the other hours, instead of working, I was not really working in the way of providing me capital by the amount of time that I'm making. Instead, I took that time out of the work, of the tasks, to analyze my work structure and what I could do to optimize it. So I came out to understand that before I had a company, I couldn't really make money come in my way without me being forced to work. So I had to take time to give capital to myself. If I was not working, I couldn't provide me money. But if you develop companies, you can make people work for you on those times, and they provide you money anyways. So when I'm refining my structure, because I have companies, I can technically have people to work for me. So I get people to do what I was doing, and now I have time to refine the structure. So one of the things that you can refine is to actually build a company, because you allow this potential for you to get money to your own self with other people working for you. Another way is to just build another system of work in which you don't have to necessarily trade time for money in this direct frame. So, for example, if you build an online shop with products that you're selling, you will have to spend time building the shop and the structure, so like the website. So you will take time on this, but then after you set up the structure, everything is kind of done automatically. So as people are buying, you're fulfilling the orders, and then if you're lacking on inventory because people are just buying everything you have, you just go and buy more. And in this way, you can technically be making money without you actually having to be in front of the computer all the time or the mobile all the time just to get money directly on the time you're spending. So, this is another way you can get money without necessarily have to trade time for money in this direct frame in which most people are doing. So, for example, another thing that is important for you to establish is if you already have a company and you're having an X amount of revenue going in your way per hour or per day, whatever you want to measure, if you conclude that with similar companies there's people making more money than you, it's because they have a better structure inside the company that allows them to do that. So if you spend time on your structure, trying to understand what you're missing to get more money, you may realize the steps you have to take in order for you to optimize your own structure. So it could be expanding the structure itself, meaning you could need more employees to actually accelerate the sellings you're making, and eventually you start to get more money on each hour this way. Or it could be a different thing. You could need like customer support, for example, because sometimes there could be issues on fulfilling like orders of people buying on your online shop, for example, and you may be getting stuck on people trying to buy products from you because things are just not working smoothly all the time. And now, if you have someone taking care of those processes, maybe things actually accelerate and you get more money per hour. So it all depends on the structure you have. Similar structures you should be looking upon to just try to understand what you may be missing. Or even if you don't have a comparison, you can just think about the structure, think how you can scale the processes that you're doing to optimize the money that is coming. So, deep work is actually this: it's not trading direct time for money, it's analyze everything that you're doing, analyze the structure that you have implemented, and figured it out a way to optimize everything. So, one thing that we also do is to get some customized experience around other people's companies or work structures where people want to earn more, they don't really understand how can they do it. So what we do is we analyze what they're doing and we try to figure out ways to actually make them earning more. Because sometimes most people think if they earn X amount of money per hour and they have to work to earn that amount, they could be just not thinking like, if I get another person to do the same and I get some money out of that person to myself, this means that when I'm not working, I'm getting a lower fee commission on another person's job or task, or I can just provide a salary to someone if I have the cash to do that. And now I can just take all the profits that the person is doing and I just give them a salary. So this is the meaning of the deep work. And this is what makes you jump, scale companies, scale your work structure, and allow you to go to the next level.